Hi everyone, good evening. This is Gineaneja again here, and today it is about navigating through your negative emotions and through these tough times that all of us are facing. And I was talking to Yogesh, Dr. Yogesh, the other day, and I was wondering, how we can help all of y'all or help each other to come out of this or at least sail through it with a positive attitude, with faith, and with courage, which is most important. And he said a couple of things that really resonated with me. And I thought it was necessary that he himself come and talk to you about it in his own words. That would be a better option instead of me conveying it. I don't like to be the only one on the screen. And he is here, but he's received a call. So he's just put me on hold for a minute. And so one of his patients called him, COVID patients called him. So, how is everybody doing? How are you handling this lockdown, this fear? Especially, I don't know if you've seen that video I did with Dr. Jagdale and with Dr. Susan Raj. And Dr. Susan was about the antidote and the medicine that was helping everyone. A lot of patients, she gave me number of a couple of patients, and I spoke to them, and I'm fine. I spoke to them, and they said that this lady, she said that she said that
Sorry,
her
Guinea.
husband was on the ventilator and he came out of that phase with the help of that medicine. So here is Dr. Yogesh. Hi, doctor. And on to you. Please continue. I will just take a break for 1 minute.
Okay, Guinea, can you just hello? Okay, fine. So Guinea wanted me to speak on can you all hear me? Because I don't know if you can hear me. If anybody can let me know if you can hear me. Okay, fine. So I'm Dr. Yogesh Vasanthi. I'm practicing in Mumbai since many years. In fact, this is my 30th year of practice. And Guinea wanted me to speak on what is happening during the pandemic in relationships. Guinea, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so Guinea, I was just telling them about how we came to do this talk, and Guinea called me and she said a lot of people are having problems in relationships due to lots of emotional buildup that is happening in this pandemic. And not only in relationships, but in general, the emotional state is being affected by this pandemic. Of course, there is financial state which is getting affected. Of course, there is health state which is getting affected, but emotions also. Many times people are okay with the finances, they're okay with their physical health, but mentally they are not okay. And sooner or later, when the mind is affected, the body also gets affected somehow the other because there is a psychosomatic element, as they say, from mind to body, it travels. So I I was talking to Guinea, and Guinea said, what can we do before we reach professional help? Now, what we are talking today and what we are doing today in tools, it is not a replacement for medical health. It is not a replacement for professional help. Let's say you're really truly disturbed in the mind, you should go to a professional. That's very important. But till you reach a professional, what can I do? What is the first aid? What is the band-aid I will apply to the wound before I can get it stitched from a surgeon? Yes, chances are sometimes the wound may get all right before you reach the surgeon. That's okay. That's not a thing. But you should not refuse professional help because one on one, when they sit with you, it can be dissected very specific to your condition. What we are talking here is more general, but it has its place also when you cannot reach the right place in the right time, especially due to the lockdown. So, Guinea, if you can ask me some specific question, then I can go towards it. What do you want
So
me to cover
basically,
here?
I want to cover. So there's one question here which was there on my mind also, especially after Dr. Jagdale's video that I did. a lot of people were really scared. And so, whatever Dr. Jagdale said, we've been hearing that from Sheena and Johan for the last 1 year. But what is happening is now slowly it's getting to people with the kind of proofs and other videos and pictures that are coming on the net. We are understanding that that is not humbug, that is a fact. But people are scared. People are scared because so many people are dying day and night. I mean, like nowadays, they're throwing bodies in the Ganges. Ganga River, Puri, and not that they were not doing it earlier. They were throwing bodies in the Ganges earlier also, but then it had stopped. Now, because there is no place, they're burning it. People, there are so many bodies, there are queues in the cremation grounds and everything. So people are scared because right from children to old people, from children to parents to siblings, they see relatives dying, they see people dying. They are scared what will happen to me, or what will happen to my parents or my children or my spouse. So it is a scary situation. For example, a month back my husband got COVID, and I honestly, I completely was, I lost it. I was scared. I was wondering what's going to happen to me, because he gives me my bread and butter. So I don't make enough to run a house, look after my children. So it is scary. But the thing is that uh, the right treatment was not available. Even today, when I talk about that video that I did with Dr. Susan Raj, and she explained that how well that uh, antidote or that mineral helps. And actually, my mother got COVID and she did come out of it in 3 flat days. So I know that it is there. I know there is nothing to be scared, but the lockdown, the work, business not happening, people going into depression. For example, I mean, since the lockdown has happened, I've not stepped out of my door. Forget the building, I've not stepped out of my door. Otherwise, I'm not the person to sit at home. And sitting at home like this even depresses me. I mean, I come here all smiling, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't affect me. It affects me as well. I am the person who will, if I am in front out there, there's a big smile on my face. But that doesn't mean that everything is hunky dory in my universe. So that
Okay,
is
so I
one
think I
thing.
get what you're trying to say.
Not meeting people, relationships going haywire. A lot of my friends are having husband wife problems, where they're getting on each other's nerves because they're thrown together. First last year, and after Jan, things got better, but then now again lockdown. You don't know how long this is going to go on. The main question in people's mind is, how long will this last? So
Correct. Okay,
all
so
kinds of things.
now when you are faced with such what Guinea so beautifully, put it all together. In fact, I could see a visual as she was talking. It was almost like I'm hearing a screenplay writer talking. So it was so nice. She's put word pictures into us. And if you see the emotion which is running, try to understand whatever we are experiencing, try to catch the emotion in it. Because this is a situation which Guinea does not know, which I do not know, which all the doctors she took the names of, they don't know, and the top of the line specialists don't know when it is going to end. Nobody knows. In fact, the biggest pundits, astrologers, etc., have been proved wrong.
6 years.
Everybody had given the predictions, this date it will get over, and I was following it. Okay, this date it is going to reduce, by this time the peak will go, by this time it will be over, and after December 22nd, nobody will ever remember what is corona, and otherwise I will change my name. What happened? Right? And when doctors said that this vaccine will come and this is like the last thing, and after this you will be absolutely all right. But what happened? The cases increased. Or so many things. This medicine is good for corona, and suddenly they say, okay, stop this. WHO says now no longer using this medicine. See, now it's not the mistake of the medical science. No, it's not the mistake of the predicting people. It is not the mistake of the healers who are saying things. The thing is that nobody knows how the flow of the universe goes. And the flow of the universe tomorrow depends on the decisions that you take today. Nothing of the future is written in stone. And that's why I keep away from predictions. And that's why spirituality tells you be in the now. See what is in your control. Because today, what is happening is we are insecure, as Guinea said so beautifully. I don't know what is happening because there is a fear of unknown. And to overcome the fear of unknown, what do? We go to people who can arguably see what is beyond our blind spot. And then we have trust and faith in them. And if it comes out true, well and good for you. If it doesn't come out, you lose faith. So, what is really happening? How do we handle these situations where things are not in my control, where I cannot change my circumstances, where I don't know when the corona is going to end, and I'm in a lockdown with those people with whom I used to get little breaks? Suppose the husband is there, suppose the other people of the members are there who used to go out during the day, I would have that break time. If I'm a housewife, I used to get a break time when I could go out for a walk with my dog, or I could go out to do shopping, or just go out and watch a movie with my friends, or go to my kitty. That's not happening. Now it's like the karma is all coming together. Everybody's holed up together. You have to face each other, whether you like it or no. And that creates little stress. So what do? They cannot go out, they cannot change the financial situation, they cannot change the fights that are there in the house. That little safety valve of free time, me time, which was there, is no longer there. Now, what do? I cannot change this situation. I don't know when it is going to go. So, what is this creating in me? I just ask myself, what am I feeling? That's it. You have to just understand the story where you are, don't analyze it, and ask only one question. It can't be simpler than this. What am I feeling? So let me take an example of Guinea because I can't see anybody here on Zoom. Normally we see it, right? So Guinea, if you have something coming in your chat box, or I will ask you, okay, I'm going to make you my Balika Bakra. So Guinea, what do you feel when you cannot go out of that door in this lockdown? What is the feeling? Sorry, I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
I had muted myself. I feel frustrated. I feel
Fantastic.
suffocated.
Just stop there. Stop there. I'm going to cut your story there. Once you catch the feeling because of this, because of that, don't explain. We are going to the feeling which will go at the subconscious level. Feelings come from subconscious level. Explanations come from the conscious mind level. So we don't want the explanation of the story. So she says frustrated. The moment you get the word frustration, rest of the story you throw it out of the window. Not required. We are not doing psychoanalysis. Okay. So I will just say, I recognize my frustrated feeling. And I will just say it 3, 7, or 21 times. So maybe Guinea, you can say this, and all of you who are listening to this, just think of the things that are bothering you, circumstances which cannot be changed, whether in the house, whether in the outside, whether in the finances, whether in your health. And then ask yourself, what
Okay.
does it make me feel? It could be sad, it could be fearful, it could be insecurity, it could be frustration, it could be
Okay.
helplessness. Yeah?
One sec.
Huh.
I have sent the link here. If anybody would like to join, please join in and talk to him directly so he can see your face, so he can hear your voice, and you can voice your concerns and your whatever issues or feelings that you have. Come on, join in. Yes, sir,
Okay.
continue.
So now, Guinea, what I would like you to do is just say, I recognize my frustration. Say it 7 times. Okay. It doesn't matter. You can
I,
sit in
rec-
any position. Yeah.
I recognize my frustration. 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 I have a splitting headache.
Fantastic. Very good. Now, the moment you recognize these feelings or acknowledge this feeling or accept this feeling, whichever way,
I
you
feel
might get,
nauseous.
yes, so you might get a body reaction. If you get a body reaction, this is a pakka good feeling. You have reached very deep. And this is the frustrated feeling which maybe we are trying to cover up. Maybe Guinea is trying to cover up with a beautiful smile. Maybe she's trying to cover up by creating these talks to divert her attention from the frustrated feeling. But deep down inside, she knows this is not a replacement for her to step out of that door which she loves. It's a cheap surrogate. It's a cheap alternative that she's trying. She's trying to overcome that feeling. Okay. Now, this headache she's got, the moment you get a body sensation. So, Guinea, now please say, I recognize my headache 7 times. I recognize my nausea and
I
headache. Can you do that?
recognize I recognize my nausea and headache. 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 I recognize my nausea and headache.
Now just check your headache, check your nausea. Maybe take a deep
Headache is
breath.
less. Headache is less. Not much. Maybe about 30%. But the
Okay,
nausea seems to have a little bit gotten worse.
okay, okay. So what does that make you feel? Again, keep asking yourself the question, what does this nausea that has gotten worse make me feel?
Uh,
Yeah, first thought,
okay.
don't analyze. Whatever came, even if it's illogical.
Makes me feel like crying.
Yes. So I R5 my feeling like crying. Just in your mind, say it 7 times.
I
By the
I
time I talk to the
recognize.
audience, you just do it. Yeah, you
I
can do it in
I
your
I
mind.
what R5? Yeah, just
No,
explain what
sorry.
this R5
You,
is.
no, 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 not
People
R5. You
need.
can say recognize. Sorry, just say recognize. Oh, R5 will be a
No, I
long
want to
story.
say I need to
No,
know
no, some other
R5.
time. Some other
They
time.
need to know R5. I
No, it cannot be
recognize.
explained in 1 hour. It cannot be explained in 1 hour. Half knowledge is dangerous. Yeah. So I recognize. Just say, I recognize
I recognize
this
my
feeling like crying.
nausea.
No, no,
I
not nausea, just this
recognize.
feeling like crying.
I recognize this feeling of
Crying.
my crying. I recognize this feeling of 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 crying. Yeah. Now what?
Hello. Yeah, can you hear
Yeah.
me?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Hear you. Can you
Yeah. Yeah. We can hear you. We can see you. You got a call? No, I won't, Parth. I will not. I don't like literally want to cry. It's just that feeling. Anyways, yesterday was new moon. Last 2 days has been new moon, and new moons tend to play over my psyche. So yes, I do need a break, Ajita. Definitely, I do. But my break is generally always a vacation or getting out of the house and going to that park and sitting on the grass and meditating. So what he was talking about R5 is a very important thing. I had actually forgotten about it. And he uses it quite a lot in his sessions. You should join one of his Zoom sessions, which he does. He's doing free workshops nowadays, and you should join some of them. Maybe in one of those, he may talk to you about what is R5. That's it. Sure. Okay. I think he got a
hello?
call, and yeah,
Hello.
call
I'm
again.
so sorry. I have put myself on flight mode. Patients are continuously calling. Can you hear me,
Okay.
Guinea?
Yeah. Yeah. We can hear you.
Okay, so guys, what we did, if you see, Guinea within few moments, just 3 rounds of recognizing a feeling, reached to a state which brought tears to her eyes. Something solid became liquid.
नहीं tears
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 coming
नहीं
to your
आए अभी
eyes is
तक
amazing.
tears नहीं
Correct.
आए
But it was
अभी
a feeling of crying. If you had a conducive environment, you would have
तक
allowed it to flow. No? Now you're on screen,
yeah
so you're holding it back. Yeah.
नहीं
So that's what I mean. So what happens is your emotions become frozen when you don't deal with them. So it's like freezing ice. And when you are acknowledging them, when you are accepting them, not trying to change them, not trying to suppress them, just the acknowledgement, just the recognition that you are there can thaw that frozen ice. And many times the tears can flow. Okay, so just recognizing one feeling after another. Sometimes the feeling can come on the body, and some from the body again you go back to the feeling. Keep doing that till you go blank. It's so simple. The technique is very easy. Now you can do this for, let's say, at home there is a fight, and you wish to put up your story, you wish to stand up for yourself, but you know that is going to create damage in the relationship and it may lead to unwanted circumstances which are something that you don't want. So what do? You keep quiet. Now, when you keep quiet, it's an unresolved emotion that remains in your mind, in your space. And science says that unresolved emotional conflicts will come on the physical body in maximum 8 years. Many times people tell us, I have a good lifestyle, I've got a relationship to die for, my children are like God's gift, and they listen to me. And if I tell them not to watch TV, they don't watch TV. Of course, that doesn't happen. But anyway, so it's like when you have that ideal life, you're exercising, you're doing yoga, and you're doing everything, and still you're falling sick. How does it happen? Because they are the past emotional unresolved conflicts which are now showing their head up. Okay, so these needs to be recognized, which are deep in our subconscious and start working. And the easiest way, so actually, if you see this pandemic situation, if you see the brighter side of it, it has brought to our surface, it has precipitated all those hidden things which were inside. Many people have used this constructively. They have learned music, they have learned to play an instrument. Some people have started drawing. Some people are saying, I am so happy I can be at home with people, etc., etc. Of course, there are the other side who have lost their livelihoods. They have no jobs. But I'm talking about the other people whose root chakra is in place, whose survival is not an issue. Roti kapda makan is not an issue. They have that savings. So what they did, this is what they did. The others who did not plan their lives suddenly started thinking, I should have planned better for a rainy day. So it's bringing things into perspective. It is precipitating. So all those past emotions which were deep inside will come to the surface. So use this as an opportunity. Illness is a blessing in disguise. And being a doctor, I'm telling you this. There's a book by Thorvald Deathlawson. You can Google it. It's called as Healing Power of Illness. And where he tells you that illness is a wake-up call. So if your back is paining, lower back, it is telling you somewhere your finances are stuck. If your neck is paining here, it is telling you you're taking too much responsibility, which you can't help it, which you can't take. So don't be in the mehuna syndrome. Always don't keep on telling people mehuna, mehuna, because you can't take it anymore. That's why your body is giving you a signal. Stop it. Say no. Learn to say no. Like that. So acknowledge the feeling. Okay, I have this feeling of being frustrated. Okay, I recognize this feeling. Just acknowledging. It's like you're telling your body, okay, boss, you don't suffer. I've understood what you're trying to tell me. I will resolve it. I will resolve the emotional conflict. Just do that. This is the simplest way, first aid, till you reach professional help. Oh, I feel I should commit suicide. I have no money. Many times in pandemic, I've heard this. Doc, it's no point. I don't think I can make it any longer. I can't sustain. One lockdown is gone. The second one, I can't take it, doc. I think I'm going to jump. And in such cases, I told them, okay, jump, but just say this before you jump. I can't be emotional with them. I can be empathetic. I can't be sympathetic. So I tell them, okay, fine, you jump, no problem. But just say this, I recognize that I cannot handle this situation. Say it 3 times, say it 7 times, say it 21 times, whichever you feel like. So you just say it even once, sometimes it helps. Okay, I cannot handle the situation. Then they break down. Say, doc, what do? I have no help. The people whom I helped are no longer even taking up my calls. So, okay, what does it make you feel? I ask them. And then they say, I feel cheated. Okay, I recognize my cheated feeling. I recognize my betrayed feeling. I recognize that, I did so much for others. And now when it's my turn to receive, there is nobody. Just recognize, nothing else. And as they did, it settled, and that man did not jump. Of course, I immediately then directed him to professional help, but that acute phase was over. The band-aid was put, the bleeding was stopped till he reached the surgeon. That needs professional help. Same way, kids, you see at home what is happening to them in the lockdown. See, we adults can still manage. Imagine a child. Like I go in my society garden and I see sometimes 2 year, 3 year old with mask. Can you imagine playing? And they're trying to rip it off. And the house help who's with the child playing, or the mother or the father, keep putting the mask back, keep putting the mask back. You know how terrible that can be for a child? Think about it. Think about those children who are born in last 2 years. What have they seen? No school, no playground, no garden, holed up in the house. They don't even know that the world exists outside. Imagine they might just grow up. I don't know how long it is going to go. So now let's come back to the current situation. What Guinea was saying. When all this is happening, she's told about certain doctors and certain videos and certain healers. Ultimately, she said one person is saying, do this, it is right. Other person says, no, this is wrong. You should do that. Now, what is happening is these people who are telling you something not to do are giving proofs, and people who are saying you have to do this are also giving proofs. Both are coming from authority figures, both are coming from places which you cannot deny. Then, what does a common person like you and me do who does not have access to their own personal research? So, what do we feel? Can somebody say, can somebody type in the chat box to Guinea? And then she can tell me. What does one person feel in this when you hear from the WhatsApp University what the WhatsApp University is teaching us and what the news is telling us, and then what certain speakers are telling who are also very influential, whose channels are getting blocked, as she's rightly said. So, what does one feel? What is the feeling? Ask yourself, what do I feel?
What do you feel? Come on, people. Uh, Join in and speak to him.
It's okay,
Talk
Guinea,
to
otherwise
him
you can say.
about. Yeah, but if they type, I'll say
Okay, doesn't matter. So then let's go ahead. Guinea, how much is the time that we have assigned for so I can model my talk according to that?
it's up to you, sir.
No, but no, it's not up to me.
Me.
You tell me a time so we go accordingly. Yeah. How much more time we have?
I mean, the whole session could be for 1 hour max, or maybe 1.5 if it is
Okay,
needed.
so we keep to one.
Basically,
No, one.
okay,
One is good. One is good.
okay, fine.
One is good. Unless
So
somebody wants
Satish,
to put questions,
Satish,
then we go
Sat,
further. Otherwise,
Sat,
it's not required.
okay, Satish is saying, I am confused and I am in a mess. Why are you in a mess, Satish? Could you want
Superb.
to talk?
No, Guinea,
Could
stop. Guinea, stop. Guinea, stop. Guinea,
stop?
stop.
Okay,
Why is
okay,
the last question that I want you to ask?
okay.
Okay, so what Satish has said, Satish, excellent, excellent, because you have come to the feeling that is confused. So beautiful. Now, Satish, I
Uh,
want you to repeat, and in fact, all
Dahlia,
of you who are in a similar state can do the same thing. Guinea, can I just complete if you don't mind? Yeah.
yeah, Dahlia says
So,
she feels insecure. So I just
no,
wanted to
wait,
add
we'll
that.
take one at a time. We'll take one at a
Okay,
time. We'll take one at a
okay,
time. Yeah.
okay.
So, Satish, you just say, I recognize my confused feeling. In fact, all of you who are feeling this in this current state, I'm confused. I don't know what to do. I don't know when this is going to end. I don't know when I'll be able to go out. I'm confused. I'm lost. So, just keep saying 7 times, I recognize my confused feeling. 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 Just 7 times. If you close your eyes, it's nice because more than 66% of useless information goes through our eyes, which we unnecessarily analyze. And that's why in meditation they tell you to close the eyes so that your brain functioning becomes a little reduced. It has to process less. So your conscious mind is working less, so you can focus more on the subconscious mind. And now, Guinea, you were saying about something, somebody else.
Dahlia says she feels insecure. Bhakti says she feels
Okay,
angry.
okay. So same way, I recognize the insecure feeling. I recognize my anger. And if you can be more focused, insecurity about what? Anger about what? That focus will be very good. Try to qualify this feeling. I'm angry towards my boss, or I'm angry towards my spouse, or I'm angry towards my own self. What have I got myself into? catch that and then say, I recognize this. And see what's the next feeling coming after that. So, Satish, have you got some feeling after the confusion? And as you're saying this, keep watching your body. What's happening to your body? What's happening to your head? What are you feeling in your body? You'll feel something changing there because your subconscious is linked to all your muscles of your body. It's linked to all the organs or the cells of the body. But as a general, over the body, you can feel the things faster. So, Satish, and the other people who said about insecurity, about anger, as you say it 7 times, just see what's the next feeling coming up, what's happening to my body, what's happening to my muscles, what's happening to my muscle tone, what's happening to my head. Like Guinea is super sensitive, so immediately it came on her head. That's because she's connected at the level of her mind and body connection is very good. Women, of course, have a better mind and body connection than men. Of course, now men are
Okay,
also
so
getting connected, so
Divine,
that's very nice
uh,
to see.
Divine M says it's annoying me to be at home. I got married last year, and my parents are abroad, so I'm worried about them. And Rachna says I feel stuck in the house. Uh, uh, Satish says yes, it's coming down. Coming down, as in, are you feeling anything? Maithili says I feel my heartbeat racing.
Very good. So again, when your heartbeat races, what does it make you feel? So it could be fear, it could be excitement, we don't know. So whether it's a happy feeling or a negative feeling, doesn't matter. Just catch it. I recognize that. And when Satish is saying it's coming down, maybe he means the charge, of it is coming down. That "Oh, I used to feel so scared. I used to feel so scared. Now I'm feeling less scared, but I'm still feeling scared. The charge has come down. So maybe he refers to the charge. Or if not, then whatever it is, you can just inform Guinea.
Ajita and Didi, who've joined, would you like to say something?
Hi, Doctor. Hi, Ginny.
Hi, Ajita.
Hi.
Uh, yeah, thank you, Ginny, for such a discussion. We were actually eagerly waiting for this kind of talk. Actually, Doctor, I lost my mother a few days back due to Corona, and
Sorry to
I'm
hear that.
totally devastated. Yeah, totally devastated now. I am like, as adults, at least we can share our feelings. But what about the kids? How to deal with them? My son is a teenage, and he's the only child and I don't know how to deal with it.
Hmm.
They can't see their
So
future.
what does it make you feel? No, what does
It's
this make you feel?
terrible. I'm like devastated.
Hmm. Correct. So now just say, I recognize my devastated feeling. In fact, others also can do that. It will help her because the group energy joins together. Whenever you do group work, it is super, super powerful. So all of you put together, so it will be a kind of a collective energy field which works. Okay? Collective consciousness, we call it in psychology. Collective unconsciousness, the Freudian term. So all of you, please maybe say in your mind while she says it aloud, I recognize my devastated feeling after my mother's exit. I recognize my devastated feeling after my mother's exit.
My
I
mind.
recognize my devastated feeling after my mother's exit.
I feel devastated after my mother's demise.
No,
I
not
feel
feel. I
devastated.
recognize. It's very important. You have to
Sorry. Yeah.
recognize.
I recognize the devastated feeling.
After my mother's exit, correct?
Yes. I recognize my
Ah,
devastated feeling after my mother's exit. I recognize my devastated feeling after my mother's exit. I recognize my devastated feeling after my mother exit. I like see I'm not even able to talk. And so
okay, so I'll tell you. What's your good name, ma'am?
Ajita.
Ajita.
Okay, so Ajita, I'll tell you one thing. It's a little funny. I've seen the most intelligent people. When you come closer to their deep feelings, they start stammering. Sometimes
Yeah.
common words like the, with, they can't remember. They
Yes,
they feel
yes.
so stupid. They feel so sheepish. But that
Uh,
means that you're very close to the feeling. You
mm-hmm,
understand? So you'll kind of
mm,
forget such a simple statement and you'll feel so bad that I'm not able to speak such a simple line. It will
Yes.
happen. That itself feels you're very close to the core feeling. So please say it in your own words. I feel
Mm-hmm.
मेरी जिंदगी तबाह हो गई मम्मी के जाने के बाद. I recognize it. You can say it in
हाँ.
your own language. You can say it in the language in which you think, your own mother tongue. You can say it.
हाँ.
Just recognize
मैं
word you can use in your own
मैं
way. मैं
रिकॉग्नाइज
पहचानती
करती
हूँ
हूँ
इस
कि
फीलिंग को. You can say it in
हाँ
Hindi.
या, मैं उस फीलिंग को रिकॉग्नाइज करती हूँ कि मदर के जाने के बाद मैं टूट गई हूँ. ठीक है ऐसे.
चलेगा, चलेगा. You have to know the feeling has to be correct to you, not to me.
हाँ.
And we are not
या.
looking for grammatical
Sorry,
accuracy.
I'm taking a lot of time. Yeah, sorry. I recognize the
Wait, wait,
devastated
wait, wait,
feeling.
wait, 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 Ajita, wait. See, you gave me one more feeling. So what is that
हाँ,
feeling? See the fun.
terrible.
Now say, I
हाँ,
recognize. Ajita bolo, I recognize
I recognize
my guilt of giving importance to myself.
my guilt of giving importance to myself.
I recognize my guilt of giving myself priority.
I recognize my guilt of giving myself priority. I
So do you
recognize
see in
my
one
guilt.
feeling, there was another feeling, Ajita, which was hidden. You said, oh, I
Yeah,
think I'm taking too much time of the other people. So there
yes.
was so much guilt. How can I get so much footage?
Uh-huh.
Do you see this? Now we are
Yes.
working on you. Why, when we are giving you an opportunity, why are you feeling guilty? That means you
Uh-huh.
feel, no, no, others are more important. I come after others. Is that
Mhm.
true?
Yeah.
Okay. So then first you work on this feeling. Devastated feeling can wait
So what I will do, I will
because
take your.
you're not giving importance to people who are alive. You're giving now more importance to people who are gone, and everybody is going to die one day.
बट डॉक्टर वो प्रॉब्लम ये नहीं है. प्रॉब्लम ये हो रहा है कि आगे कुछ दिख भी तो नहीं रहा है. लाइक आई एम रियली स्केर्ड अबाउट माय सन. क्या
Ah,
हुआ,
so
उसका क्या दिख रहा
so
है.
so
कहीं
wait,
वो कुछ
Ajita, wait.
अभी
I'm not
कर
going
ना
to get
ले.
into your story. Ajita,
हाँ
wait.
हाँ.
I'm not going to get into your story. Cut. आपने क्या बोला
ओके.
आगे कुछ दिख नहीं रहा बस उसके आगे मुझे नहीं सुनना है
हाँ.
because we are not doing psychoanalysis. So आप क्या बोलोगे? I recognize that I cannot see anything further in my future.
या.
बस उधर ही उसको ही आगे लेके जाओ नहीं तो आपकी स्टोरी में क्या होगा यू विल गेट लॉस्ट इन योर स्टोरी ओ आई कांट सी
हाँ.
एनीथिंग इन माय फ्यूचर ओ माय मदर इज गॉन इज डेवास्टेटेड व्हाट अबाउट द टीनेजर्स व्हाट अबाउट देम देन यू आर नॉट डूइंग एनीथिंग यू आर जस्ट रोलिंग अराउंड इन योर मिजरी यू आर नॉट ट्राइंग टू कम आउट यू आर नॉट फोकसिंग ऑन सोल्यूशन
यस यस.
so I will appear hard hearted to you here but I have to do that
यस.
so that at least one person can pull you out from this
एग्जैक्टली.
yeah
या. या.
So, so now you have to do I recognize on while we talk to others. You will do I
यस.
recognize on I cannot see anything in the future now. I
या.
recognize that what will teenagers do? My worry about the teenagers. I recognize I'm devastated by my mother's exit. I recognize that others are more important than me and I feel guilty if I give myself too much importance and time. Four
या.
feelings you have got in one line only. Now seven,
या.
seven, sub karo up quietly in your mind till the time I speak to somebody else. Okay, and then you come back and tell me how you're feeling.
थैंक यू डॉक्टर. या. ओके.
Okay, Ajita. Thank you, Ajita. Karo. Forget about the
Didi.
talk. Don't listen to other talk. This is important for you. Just quietly do it on your own. Yagini, we go ahead.
Yes, Didi.
Yeah, hello, Guinea ma'am. Hello, Dr. Yogesh.
Hi.
This
Hi.
hello. This
Yeah.
Hi.
session was
Yeah,
needed.
may I know your name?
No, Delia. My name is Delia.
Delia. Delia.
Yeah, yeah. And
Delia. Okay.
actually, yeah. Actually, what has happened in the past 1 year is that when we wake up in the morning, we wake up with uncertainty. मतलब क्या होने वाला है? We really don't know. Okay, and that fear has been gripping and multiplied over the period of 1 year. Okay, so there is nothing left when we get up the next day कि कुछ positive है except that we are alive. Yes, हम लोग सुबह उठ के we say okay we are alive, but what is it that we need to do on a daily basis to keep us focused and positive?
Fantastic. Okay, so first of all, you should not go for positive thinking. First of all, I'm sorry I'm saying this. It may come as a big hit to you. The reason,
Okay.
because when I'm focusing on positive, Dalia, I'm
Hmm.
not recognizing that I am feeling terribly scared inside, so I am pushing it inside, my fear. Okay, so don't get me wrong. We have to be positive, yes, but not by hiding our feelings. Many times, what
Right.
happens is inside you're feeling sad with somebody and you're angry at somebody, but you say, "Sab theek hai, no problem. It's okay. मुझे कुछ नहीं होता, it's fine." Now, that is not good because that creates
True.
an ambiguity between your conscious and subconscious mind. So, first of
Right.
all, you have to acknowledge your negativity and then move towards positivity. You cannot suppose it's like, you know what? You have a white patch on your skin, on let's say on the forearm. What do people do? They say it's so small, it doesn't look, it doesn't appear so bad. So they'll start wearing full sleeves. Now the patch is not gone, though nobody can see it, but you know it is there. Now that white spot starts spreading upwards. You still say it's covered, doesn't matter. Now it starts coming near the neck and the face. Now you start getting worried. So what is happening? You waited till it grew very big, and now you cannot hide it anymore. But by that time, you will require more help. It will take more time. So, first of all, every morning when you wake up and you have this feeling of fear, I don't know what is going to happen, I'm just alive, etc. First of all, just say, I recognize my fear. And if you can specifically say, Dahlia, what fear, it will be very good. I recognize my fear of dash. Once you do that, your mind will settle. So it's like, in boiling water, when you see your face, you can't see your face. But when the boil is gone, then in the same water, you can see your face. So you're boiling with emotions, so you cannot see the truth. Once your mind settles down, it calms down, you will be able to think rationally and take constructive action. So you will go and find out, is the situation so bad? And who knows, by that time, you will look for right information rather than that media blitzkrieg hypnotizing you with messages like the cricket score, so many people dead, so many people here, oxygen not there, this is not there, and you're watching that news again and again, and it's going into your subconscious. Things are very bad, things are very bad, things are very bad. And everywhere in the world, and the same news is being repeated, repeated, repeated. You start believing it. Of course, it is there. That's the situation. But what do I do? So then, once your mind calms down, maybe you then actually do your little research. What is corona? And the moment you read it, you come to know that 85 to 90% of the people get all right without even knowing, or maybe just get a mild cold and they have kada and they get all right. Very few
True.
people reach the hospital and very few people require hospitalization. Maybe it's 5 to 10% people who require it, 15%, not more. Are you that lucky to be amongst that 5%, 15% who will be in the hospital? And in the hospital also, almost 80% of the people become all right. Maybe 5-10% of that 15% will require the intensive care and oxygenation. Do you think you're so lucky to go there who will need oxygen? And out of that also very small percentage require ventilator. So do you think you're God's such a lucky child to need that ventilator? Think about it. Just
Right.
because you have not gone and read the information, you're going for sensationalism. Think about
Okay.
it, Alia. And then once the mind is calm, you see that, and then you take appropriate corrective steps. And then the fear
Okay.
goes down.
Okay, doctor.
है
Sure.
ना? See, many times people
Yes.
say to me, I treat a lot of cases, okay? I do prophylaxis with homeopathy, etc. The initial milder cases, along with the government protocols following, we treat them. Many times they say, Doc, I think I've got corona. One of the family member had. So they tell me, do I have it or no? I say, how do I say it? From your signs and symptoms, it appears you have. But doc, are you sure like I have it? So I tell him, no, I'm not sure. Okay, so every day they are in panic. Then I tell them, the only way to overcome your fear if you don't believe me is just go and do a test, RT-PCR. But they don't want to do it. They're very scared of doing the test. But at the same time, they want 100% guarantee, and plus they don't believe you. Now, what can I do about that fear?
True.
They will believe a piece of paper, which may be true or false, which may have false positive, false negative. They will believe that paper. But they will not believe the clinical experience of a doctor at times because they're so scared. They want everything
Yes.
in black and white.
Yes.
Somehow we
Yes.
trust black and white paper more than a human being, no?
Right.
Yeah, Dalia. So in that
Yes.
case, you have to go for the facts. When you're fearful, go for the facts. Fear is FEAR, false evidence appearing real.
Right.
False
Right.
evidence appearing
Appearing.
real. One of the greatest researchers on fear has written in his book, I forgot the name. He says 95% of our fears never come true in our life. And we actually finish ourselves in the fear and don't live our life out of fear.
Sure.
There's another book by Susan Jeffers. She runs a workshop also. It's called as Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway.
Okay.
Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway by Susan Jeffers.
Okay.
Maybe you can
Yeah.
try that. So
Sure.
fear is a big emotion. Everybody, even I get fear. Many times I see
Yes.
so many patients. After some time, I also get fear. Oh yeah, man, is it true or what? Will I get it?
Hmm.
Will I go home tonight and give it to all my family members? Should I keep
Hmm.
myself isolated, not go home, only stay separately? Because I'm facing so many people every day.
True.
What to do? Yes, I have the fear. I work on myself. And then I say, okay, we'll see what happens. We're going to manage. I'm not that
True.
lucky one who's going to be on the ventilator, but I'll keep
Yeah.
myself prepared. Now, do you understand what is the positive thinking and negative thinking here? Constantly is going on in our mind, but I'm
Yes.
acknowledging it. I'm recognizing my fear and I'm doing what is needed to be done. I take appropriate precautions. I do what the
True.
government regulations are telling.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, doctor. Yes. I got it. Yeah.
So I recognize. So I recognize. So keep recognizing these feelings.
Yes. Yes, doctor. Yeah.
Thank you, Dalia.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks, Guinea ma'am. Thanks.
Welcome. Anybody else wants to join? Satish, what happened to you? Where is Satish gone? Bhakti, would you like to join?
Ajita,
Yes.
Ajita and
Ajita,
Satish, have they worked on themselves? Let's ask them.
Ajita says that she will join, but she's having some network problem. So she said she will join.
Okay, doesn't
Uh,
matter. Maybe she can just type
huh.
and let you know how she's feeling. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and
Okay.
I don't know where Satish is gone. He is not here.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Okay. Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Right.
So, again, once again, what we have to do in this situation is very simple. Whenever you are faced with this, because the topic of today is how to navigate in our emotional state, which is disturbing, which is unacceptable. If you're feeling happy with COVID, very good. Don't do anything. Feel happy. But when you're not able to accept, when you're not
Satish,
happy, when things are really bothering you, right? So that's the time you ask yourself, what does it make me feel? Catch the feeling. I recognize the feeling 7 times. Go to the next feeling. If you get a body sensation, what does it make me feel? Go to the next feeling. Keep doing this till you go blank.
right. Satish says yes, it's effective. And so this is about person feeling. What you in the beginning you were talking about relationships going haywire. So what about that? Because a lot of people are also going through relationship issues, not just with the spouse, but parents, siblings, etc.,
Yes, there
children.
have been lots of relationship issues that have been reported to me and my colleagues, and lots of people filing for divorce. They want to go for divorces and breakups
Yes,
happening during this
yes,
time because now they can't stand each other. Earlier they used to get little break, but now there is no place to let out the steam anymore, you know.
yeah,
So what does one do? Very simple, same thing. In a relationship, when there is a problem, you ask yourself this question: what does it make me feel? Same thing.
okay,
Same thing. Catch the feeling. Let's say in a relationship which has gone bad, you're feeling trapped. That I want to go away, but I can't because I don't know what to do. I don't know how to earn money as much as my husband does. Or the husband feels that I won't be able to run the family without the help of my wife because I need her to take care of my parents, for instance. Otherwise, I will not be able to go to work. You know, these are practical difficulties which are coming. Love is one aspect of it. Sex is one aspect of it. But day-to-day practical living is also an aspect which one needs to cover. And let's say then they feel I'm trapped, I can't get out of this. So then you do, I recognize my trapped feeling like that. Catch the feeling, do recognize. Again, that will be till you reach professional help, marriage counseling or whatever. Till that time, because nowadays people are not going to them. Sometimes online it is not possible. And you would like to go one-on-one. Or maybe one of the partners says, nothing is wrong with me, you go get your head fixed, which is very common. Both the partners, if they were, I always
Most
tell people,
common.
if both the partners, my students say, ideally both the partners should come, then only I'll do marriage counseling. I said, then you give up this business, stop it. Because if both would agree to come to you, they would have sorted it themselves, they would not need you.
Yeah.
So you have to work with that person who gets affected, not the person who is creating the problem.
Creating the problem.
The person who gets affected needs to work on them. Many times the person who gets affected is not the person who's creating the problem.
Sorry, say that again. Many times.
So many times the person who gets affected in a relationship badly is not necessarily the person who's creating the problem.
He's obviously not the one who's creating the
Yeah.
problem. It's always the other one, no? That's why that person
No,
is
no, it's
getting
not
affected.
always true. Sometimes it can be a manipulative disorder.
Manipulation.
So but most of the times the person who's suffering the most needs to be worked upon.
Uh, Precious Smile says that I recognize my worry for my parents. She did that and she feels a heavy feeling in her heart.
Very
So you
good. So now,
do,
Stella,
I
I recognize
recognize
the
heavy
heavy feeling
feeling
in my
on,
heart.
yeah. And then whatever you feel further or whatever emotion comes next to your mind, you keep recognizing that till you go to the base layer.
Not base, till you go blank. That's it, till you go blank. And then see how are you feeling. Or something else comes up. Sometimes, something you'll remember of your childhood. Okay, so what about that? You see a tuition teacher. Oh, what does she make me feel? Oh, she was very partial to me and she was, very pally with my friend. And, that's why she neglected me. Okay, I recognize my neglected feeling. So unrelated things can come up. Sometimes you can just see a color. And while you're doing this, you started seeing purple color, purple color. Now, don't try to logically think, Guinea ma'am told me that in meditation, when you see purple color, you are in the crown chakra. No, don't use logic. That time you just say, what does the purple color make me feel? And now, if you say purple color makes me feel very calm, okay, I recognize my calm feeling. So it can also be a positive feeling. Just do that till you go blank. And you'll be surprised, you'll feel calmness, and then you'll be able to take a proper decision for that problem which was creating fear, panic, negativity, anger, frustration. You will be able to take a rational decision or take appropriate help. If you don't know, then you will approach an expert and take in help. But you know what? The true counselor is within you. It will guide you. Try it. Somehow deep down, you always know what's the right thing to do. But we look for
Yeah.
validation from others. Oh, okay, fine.
Right. Yes. Everybody wants validation. True.
Yeah, we need
And
validation at times.
so basically, when somebody has issues with work, finances, relationships, everything, this is what you do. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, just with
Okay.
anything that is unacceptable, anything which is, making me feel bad, low, I
Basically,
cannot
start
handle it,
accepting.
I don't know what to do. Yes, yes. So your feeling state, your emotional state, work on it. Feelings and emotions are different for psychologists, but for common lay people, it's almost considered to be the one and the same thing. Okay. So the moment you feel the feelings and the emotions are not the way you want them to be, ask yourself, same thing, I recognize. What is it making me feel? You can go deeper to the feeling. Suppose you're feeling frustrated, you can ask, what do I feel when I feel frustrated? You can go one layer deeper. And then, oh, I feel sad. Why you feel sad? It's because I feel there is no way out. Okay, very good. So what does it feel when there is no way out? Oh, then I feel angry. Angry? Yeah, I'm feeling angry at my mother. Why did she get me married here? So now do you see, frustrated feeling is here, and actually it's coming from the sadness and it is coming from the anger towards the mother. And then you go deeper. What does it make you feel when you are angry at your mother? Oh, it makes me feel I should have just opened my mouth. Why I didn't do it then? Now I go and scream at my mother every Saturday, make her life miserable since years. Mama, you made the wrong choice. The mama says, why didn't you open your mouth that time? That time, so you were all smiles and all shy, and you said, yeah, mama, okay. Now what? Okay. So ultimately, if you see, all the things will come back to you only. And then you
Right.
have to work on that yourself, that I recognize that I cannot stand up for my decisions. I recognize that my confidence is not good enough to believe in myself and my inner gut feel. And that is a great revelation, because illness, whenever you have, or negative emotions, whenever you have acute situations where you're not feeling okay, actually it's the measure of your consciousness. You are experiencing consciousness because one part of you sees the other part of you not being okay. So you are actually going in Sakshi Bhav. It's kind of a dissociation. So it gives you an opportunity to see yourself, oh, I have this feeling of frustration. I don't know what to do. Okay, so that means there is a knowing part of you who's recognizing the feeling, who's also knowing not knowing what to do, etc. So it's a great state. It's a state of self-inquiry. Try this method. It's a very simple method. It's a very entry-level method. Then, of course, there are more deeper methods to learn, but that will require you to sit with somebody, learn, get that skill set. Okay.
Uh, RRTT is asking that can we write down our feelings? And Precious Smile was
Very good.
feeling worry and all, and she felt like crying. Now she says that I told her to do the recognize thing. She said, "Yes, I feel calm now. Calm and some tingling on
Okay,
my
but
head,
then just
forehead."
feeling calm is not, yeah, but just feeling calm is not enough. Then you have to take corrective action. It's like you have pain, you go for a massage, you feel better. But now you're not investigating why you got back pain. You have to investigate, yeah, and then fix the cause so that you don't have. Otherwise, you keep taking massage for the rest of your life to feel better for
True.
those 2 3 hours, and again the pain comes. That is not a solution. Yeah, so
Mm.
you got to, then once you're okay, then you investigate why this happened so that it doesn't happen again. Then you cut that thought which brought it on. So, Guinea, what did that Precious Smile and the other person say? RRTT?
She said, RRTT asked if we can write down our feelings. Will that
Yes,
help?
sorry. Yeah, I just wanted
And
that question. So,
uh,
yes, so RRTT, what you're saying about writing down is a subconscious mind activity. Typing is a conscious mind activity. So when you're writing down, why people tell you to write down good thoughts, affirmations, because that goes straight into your subconscious. And if you study the science of graphology or graphotherapeutics, you can correct your handwriting and change your feelings also.
mm,
If you have seen, during exams, when you start writing the answer paper, initially your handwriting is so nice, no? What happens after one page? You come down to your aukat. And then it starts flowing here, left, right, center, everywhere. And then towards the end, again, you start taking effort, and last page again becomes very good, neatly written, if you have some time left. So that's why in graphology, they will take the middle segment of your writing because initially it's all fake. Yeah. So graphology actually is the subconscious representation. Handwriting is a subconscious representation. So if you write down, it is fantastic. It's very good. But people who are so broken down, so down, you tell them to do more work, they say, forget it, and I'm not, give me a tablet, I'll feel better. Give me an anti-anxiety tablet. Who will do all this, Magan Mari? So
right.
now you tell them to write 21 times, you tell them to do at night and in the morning and sit in white light, wear orange clothes, put agarbatti, jalao sage, and then they say, I don't want to do, give me a tablet. So then I try to make it very easy for them, at least initially, so that they get little motivation.
Okay. Parth is asking,
I
what if
can't make
these?
a tired horse run a race, yeah.
Yeah, right. True. Parth is asking, what if these feelings never end? I mean, what does it exactly mean to go blank? And
Yeah.
Premlatha is
Okay.
asking, I
So
have
Parth, very
low
good
backache.
question.
Okay, next question I'll ask later. You finish this.
So Parth, what you're saying is right. Feelings never end means that much is built up. So, in a computer, you do empty recycle bin so often, no? How many times have you done for your mind and your feelings which have been crammed up? Never. We hardly do empty recycle bin because we have not been taught. We wait for a nervous breakdown to do it, isn't it? You do defragmentation of your computer, no, to put all the files which are in wrong places back into the right place, and then your computer works faster. Same thing for our mind. We don't do this. For your body, you take bath every day, but do you take a bath for your mind? How much time you give yourself for introspection? Forget meditation. I'm not telling you about meditation. That's a long shot. How much time have you sat with yourself? Okay, how was my day today, and etc. Hardly. Very few people do it. They do it only when they have a problem. And I'm not telling about you. I'm talking about even me. It took me so many years to understand that. So many years. So many years. Now I sit with myself for some time. Like, for example, last 20 days, I'm getting one after another cancer cases referral. I don't know why. I'm getting so many cancers in my life. So I started thinking 2 days back with me, what is it? So that I can recognize some feeling. What is it making me feel? Why am I attracting so many same kinds of cases? So when you attract same kind of people, same kind of emotions, same kinds of repetitive patterns in your life, that's the time you have to sit with yourself before it gets too late. Just don't wait, don't postpone. Sit and ask, okay, what is all this happening in my life? Why it is happening? Because people, circumstances, and problems will keep repeating in their life till you learn what they have come to teach you. What are they trying to
Again,
teach me which I don't want to learn? Ask yourself this question. What are these people, these repetitive patterns trying to teach me which I'm not wanting to learn? This question can give you some amazing insights.
now when you talk about that, there is a pattern. When I start getting clients for finance or job, I'll get all clients only for that. When I start getting clients about, people who want to get married and they're single, all my clients will be in that particular phase only about that, or it will be only about divorce. Is always a pattern. And the moment I get the third client, I start thinking, okay, this is something in my universe is reflecting this outside. So then I need to start thinking about
Wow, Gini, very nice.
in my life what is happening. That does happen.
Yes, so true. This is what I facilitate in a workshop called a Soul Temple. Of course, it's a contributory workshop. Whatever you want to voluntarily donate, you can. In that, this is the universal law we operate, one of the law that the universe mirrors us. So if many such repetitive patterns are happening, let's say I hear a lot of divorces, immediately maybe it's reflecting in my space, maybe somewhere I am feeling, I want some space for me. Now, it could not be divorce, but it could be maybe I want a temporary time for myself, which I'm not giving.
It could
Or
also
it could
mean
be
that
that I
maybe
want a
you need
divorce.
to look at your
As simple as
relationship
that. Yeah.
and, fix something there.
Correct,
Maybe
correct,
there is
correct.
something that needs to be fixed, which you have
Absolutely. And if I don't fix it, can
avoided.
lead to what is happening in my
Yes,
external reflection. Correct, correct.
exactly.
So
Yes.
that's a very good thing, but let's not deviate from our today's topic because this will take us to
No, no,
another
this is not,
interesting journey.
this is not deviating. This is what everybody is going through. So if they, like for example, today a friend of mine was telling me, she, since last 1 year lockdown, husband is home and they used to never see each other's face apart from, in the night. Suddenly they're thrown together 24/7. And they've come to a point where today she's telling me, oh, we may have to go in for a divorce. I don't think I can continue with this. So I told her, I said, okay, fine, come and see
Yes,
me.
yes,
She's
this
like,
is very common.
every single person that I have spoken to since the last 3-4 months, everybody, she says, in my friend circle is going through this. Everybody is having extramarital affairs. Everybody is going through a divorce. Somebody is going through a separation. It's driving people crazy, but they need to understand that that honeymoon period of your marriage is over. And after that, when your honeymoon period was over, you got children, you started, going about your own work. But this is the time when you need to understand each other, get to know each other, all over again. Use this as a honeymoon period. Why not? Maybe
True,
you will
true,
rejuvenate your relationship. That is also, another way of seeing it. Parth says, I recognize the
true.
feeling of hugging someone really tight. Hugs to you, Parth. Go give your mom or somebody a good tight hug. Even that
Yeah,
feeling
that's
of
okay.
wanting to hug someone, that is a feeling. So recognize that feeling. Where is that coming from? And, you can do that. Every man I had crush on were narcissists. Was wrong in my Something was wrong in my universe. I worked on myself. Circumstances are getting better. Okay. Yes.
Okay,
Right. Okay.
true.
So, does anybody else want to come forward on the video or something and talk to sir, or we can, end this session maybe? Sir, you had your dinner? Nahi?
No, I came from my clinic work and straight away sat here. I just had a shower
अरे तो
and then sat.
खा के बैठना था ना. आपको दिए थे 15 मिनट मैंने. Anyway,
I
it's
like to
late
eat
for you, I
aram
think.
se. Yeah.
नहीं, वो मेरा वो नहीं है.
No, it's
मेरा
okay.
जब
It's
भी
okay.
लाइव होता है
Okay,
उससे
anyway,
पहले
so
थोड़ा सा कटोरी में
true,
लेके
true.
खा लेती हूँ फटाफट.
Yeah. So, okay, guys,
Yes.
so on a parting note, I just want to tell you whatever is happening in and around us, just ask yourself, what do I feel? That's it. And on that feeling, just keep recognizing, and you'll find yourself quite stable, where your head and heart are in coherence, and you'll be able to take a rational decision for yourself. You will know what's the
So,
right thing to do, where to get the right information, rather than getting, emotionally hypnotized by the media, emotionally hypnotized by the circumstances, emotionally hypnotized by the situations which are unacceptable to around you. And it's easy. Just do it. This is the simplest thing that you can do it, and it's worth it. And thank you,
right.
Guinea, and thank you everybody for giving me this opportunity to be here. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Welcome. Sir, आप जाने से पहले please speak about your Zoom sessions or something you're doing, right? Free workshops you're doing.
Okay, so I do a couple of webinars because now we cannot do it in the conference room. So we do webinar workshops. We do small modules, 3-hour modules, 4-hour modules, 2-day modules on self-hypnosis, on emotions management, life purpose assessments, many such things. So if you're interested to be on my WhatsApp mailing list, just send me your name and number. WhatsApp me. I'll add you to it. So whenever something is happening, you will know. If you feel something is calling out to you and you feel attracted to it, you like to do some self work, we have lots of things. But if you do just this, I recognize, no, even this is good enough. The simplest things are the most helpful.
Those small pearls of wisdom and, such things that you have now, I think you should do one session with that R5 here whenever you have the time.
Okay,
Are you on
sure. See,
Telegram? She's
R5,
asking. Are you
no,
on the
I have
Telegram
to,
now?
no, I have to go on it. I'm going to
It's
soon.
better.
So
It's
up till now,
better.
I'm not. Yeah, yeah.
It's better. It's like WhatsApp, but
Tele
it's much better.
oh, Telegram.
Especially
Yes,
when
I think I'm on Telegram, but I'm not on Instagram, something like that. No, I'm not on
आपको
that.
ये भी याद नहीं है.
I got confused. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Telegram, I'm there, but
Number
not Instagram.
Okay, number is scrolling on the screen, Khushbu. His number is right there, 9869448929. So, yes, thank you, Premlata. Telegram name, what
Yeah,
is your Telegram
thank you.
ID? Because Telegram, you can just add his number and you will find it. Do you have an ID on Telegram, or is it Yogesh Vasandi?
Same,
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 Yogesh Vasandi by name.
same name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your time. अब आप आराम से बैठ के खाना खाओ. मेरा सर दर्द भी
Yes,
गया
yes,
और
yes.
मेरा वो nausea भी गया.
Yes, just keep on saying, and again, don't do this to remove symptoms. Sorry, I just need to add this. Don't take this as a substitute for medical help. Tomorrow, if you're feeling breathless, don't say, I recognize my breathlessness till your oxygen drops and you fall dead. You understand?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm feeling breathless. I need to take a medical consultation, but till I reach my doctor, I recognize my breathlessness. That is very important. So, this is not a substitute for qualified medical therapy. This is just a complementary. Keep that in mind and see how your mind clears, how you're thinking. You will know what to do. And these are simple things which you can do, and you'll be surprised they're much better than very complicated things which are available, and you don't have to pay anything for it. So why not try it before discarding it? Try it for 21 days. My suggestion is try it for 21 nights. As you lie down in bed, just say, what are the things that are disturbing me today? So it's like you're doing empty recycle bin before you go to sleep. And if you sleep fresh, you will wake up fresh. Try this just for 21 days without a break, because in 21 days, a neuro pathway is formed in the brain. If there is a 1 day break, next day should become day one again. 21 days, and see how amazing sleep you will get. Halfway through, you will get bored and you'll go to sleep, and that is the best way to sleep. And next day you begin again, but not from where you stopped. Again, what are the things that are bothering me? Sometimes it will be of today, sometimes it will be of the past. Doesn't matter. Just keep doing till you get tired and go off to sleep. Try this for 21 days. Let me know how you feel. And you'll thank me for it. Bye.
Okay. Bye, sir. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Right. So I'm so glad that this session was helpful to y'all. And if y'all want, you can still come and talk. If you have anything to say, you're most welcome. मुझे कोई जल्दी नहीं है, मैं डिनर करके बैठी हूँ. But if not, then no, you did not miss the session. Which session did you miss? You haven't missed any session, Ajita. Sir is gone, but if you wish, you can come and talk. Come. And like Sir said, thank you, Khushbu. Like Sir said, think every day in the night before you sleep, think about the whole day, what you didn't like, and what is the feeling that it gave you, and recognize that. Yes, we will do more of it, Jessica. And I notice the pearls of wisdom you also give here to people. That's very lovely. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ajita. And that's nice. We are all are here to help each other, and why not? So when that's okay, doesn't matter. So I apparently have, I think, about approximately 6,000 followers on the channel. But when I do sessions, uh, they're not more than about 30, 40 people who are watching. And the views don't go above 150, 200. And when I put up my numerology tarot videos, also not many views. So that's okay, doesn't matter. That's good, Jessica. Yes, I think I have got shadow ban, thanks to Spiti Valley. मेरे पीछे पड़ी रहती है मोटी, पता नहीं क्यों. उसका नंबर है, योगेश वसंती का नंबर. It's down, it's scrolling. Just call him up, WhatsApp him, connect with him on Telegram or whatever you want. And he was telling me that he has these webinars where he has free workshops and all. So he had about this same thing. He had one workshop. Then recently, after that, he had one specifically about R5, relationships. Actually, Dr. Yogesh is the first person. Yes, I agree. So when I learned Reiki in 2005, the person I learned Reiki from, a friend of mine, he put me on to Dr. Yogesh Vasandi to Thank you. So he put me on to Dr. Yogesh Vasandi for I think hypnotherapy classes. So he was my hypnotherapy teacher. I learned hypnotherapy under him, and after that I came to know that he does a lot of other workshops. So I did the Soul Temple तो बहुत सारे workshops किए, R5 का workshop किया, कर्मा workshop किया, um, life and karma, and I did quite a few. I think the first workshop I did with him was pendulum dowsing, and then aura workshop I did with him, and then I went on to doing hypnotherapy and soul temple and blah blah blah. This thing that we've just done here, these are all workshops that I have paid for. No, I'm not there. Acha, you're asking Dalia. So that is how I came to know him, and he is a homeopath. So I have gone to him a couple of times for homeopathy also, but that's very rare. That's not for me. I think once I went to him for homeopathy, and once I took my son to him for homeopathy. That's about it. Couple of months. But किसको बोल रहा है कुकिंग वीडियो बनाने के लिए? So that's how I know Dr. Yogesh, and I keep in touch with him because he keeps having workshops. He's done. Yes, I will. मैं करती रहती हूँ. There are so many workshops that are pending that I have spoken to people, but they are not giving me the time or appointment because they are busy. I've asked the doodle teacher, the artist, to have a doodle workshop for y'all, but मुझे लगता है अब मुझे ही करना पड़ेगा. I asked an art therapist to do a video with y'all. Come and do a art therapy session here or talk about it. Hi, Aryan. I asked animal communicator because a lot of people have pets and a lot of people are going through issues. And so I have asked even Ritesh, I have told him, 2 महीने से बोल रही हूँ उसको, but he is so busy with his business that he is unable to give me time. और उसका problem ये है कि he sleeps the whole day and he is awake the whole night. So his and my communication happens at that moment, at that time generally, when he's just woken up or I'm about to sleep. So बात नहीं हो पाती. Thank you. So and I have been planning to do that one doodle workshop and one art therapy because somebody asked me, how do you open your root chakra? It is when your root chakra is blocked that you feel fear, insecurity, and lost. So you need to boost your root chakra and you need to open your root chakra, which is red in color. If you remember in one of my videos, I think about a month back or something, I had clearly mentioned that please wear yellow and red colors as much as possible, green, red, and yellow as much as possible, because red color, wearing red color, eating red, beetroot, apple, strawberries, watermelon, eating these things, it strengthens your root chakra. The other thing you can do about your fear, so to get confidence and to strengthen, open, and activate your root chakra, what you can do is do the Bij mantra Lam. This finger, the middle finger, like this or like this, and Lam. Lam. That is what you do 108 times. Even if you do that once a day, even if you don't just sit and do, you can be cooking, you can be working, you can be on your potty seat, you can be bathing, you can do anything. Just keep doing Lam, Lam, Lam. That will strengthen your root chakra. Red fruits and vegetables, red clothes. जरूरत पड़ी तो यहाँ पे एक रेड टीका लगा लो, रेड बिंदी लगा लो, रेड चूड़ियां पहन लो. So that helps. Yes. Yeah. So that is what you need to do. Basically, fear and insecurity only comes when it is about the root chakra. And I think Premlata was talking about her low back pain. And I missed that question. I didn't ask sir. But low back pain, as I have mentioned in a lot of my videos, even before, is because uh, you feel, it's not that you have, you feel that your financial finances, like you feel a lack of finances, or you feel that insecure about your finances, your support system, unless you have a major issue with your spouse. But I don't think that would be the case here. I think it is more to do with finances, because work is not, because of the lockdown and everything. So low back pain happens because of financial issues. Now, low back pain can be caused due to a lot of reasons. Like, it could be due to gas, it could be due to slip disc, it could be due to menstrual pain. So first you need to find out why you are getting that low back pain, because whatever on these spiritual level, you can find out a lot of things, but medically you need to find that out and treat that, because that uh, is the root cause. So whatever the issue is, so supposing it is gas, so gas can have some other meaning to it at the psychological or spiritual level, and if it is slip disc, then it can have some other meaning to it. So medically you need to find out and cure that, because sometimes it could be very recent, but sometimes it could be coming from a lot of years before. Like Dr. Yogesh said, that it takes about 8 years. Exactly. So Uh, but I have noticed that a lot of people have different reasons, because there is a possibility. Basically, your lower back is your, it's the seat of your spine, and your spine is your security, it is your support system. So when you feel that your support has been taken away from you, like for some people, if their father, God forbid, passes away, or their husband passes away, the person can have a low back issue or a slip disc issue. So a lot of things can cause it. So first you need to find out the medical issue. When you find out the medical issue, you start recognizing. Recognizing basically means accepting. When you accept, you need to stand outside of yourself as a third person and visualize yourself. Why are you feeling like that? Where is that coming from? What does that make you feel further? It's so when you actually do a workshop with Yogesh, uh, like person to person, or on a personal level, he interacts with everybody, and he tells them, he makes them go down layers and go to the root and find out exactly what that issue is. So it'll really help. If you can, his number is there, you should get in touch with him. He used to do paid workshops, but since now he's doing it online and he's doing it free, I think you should take up this opportunity. Don't let it go, and check out a couple of his workshops. Yes. Yes. So yes, you can't stop your thoughts, but the way to stop your thoughts is two, which I have tried, is lighting a candle or a lamp in front of your eyes and looking at the flame. And then when you close your eyes, you will see the flame in your mind's eye, and imagine the flame here. And you just focus on that flame, and you will see patterns. You'll see the flame going deeper, 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 or you'll see the flame coming and, the depth around. So that is such a beautiful thing that you get so lost in it that you can't think of anything else. The second way is just to count your breath. There was a period about a month back, well, self talk, or rather astral talk. So what you can do when you have relationship issues or when you feel that you have a problem, uh, Jassie's number is there, so you can speak to her. And when you all were talking about fears, I realized that I had put up a month back a cord cutting with fear. I had put up a video. I think you either didn't do it, or you didn't notice it, or you didn't read, hear it. Please go back. I have shared the link here. Go back to that video, cord cutting with fear, uh, in which you imagine the fear in front of you, but you cut cords with it. And you do it 3 days in a row with the help of Archangel Michael. And trust me, the feeling is amazing. So, what I was talking about, I forgot only. And that breath thing that I was talking about, that when you just focus on your breath, you notice which nostril it is coming in or out from, because it's 20 minutes from one, 20 minutes from the other. That's how it happens. And you keep focusing on that. And when your mind will become calm, and you will actually doze off, you won't even realize. And that feeling is the best feeling in the world. Yes, it does. It does. And even that transcendental meditation that Sushant used to do. So, transcendental meditation, that's what I was just about to say, that there was a point about a month back when sote jagte kaam karte, even in my sleep, I was only doing mantras. I was either doing Kali mantra or I was doing Mahamrutyunjay mantra. I don't know. I just couldn't stop doing it. So my focus was so much on the mantra that nothing else was there on my mind. Good. So now, thank you so much, Ritu, for that uh, comment and that review of the cord cutting. Uh, Please, everybody, if you are having relationship issues, please do that cord cutting. If you are having financial issues, so imagine, instead of fear, imagine your financial issues in front of you in the form of anything. It could be in the form of a person. You can give any face to it. It could be in the form of a cloud, a demon, whatever you feel, whatever you resonate with. काउंटिंग वाला क्या बताऊं? काउंटिंग वाला मैं समझी नहीं, कौन सा काउंटिंग वाला? What was that, RR? Yes. So, I was thinking of, I had mentioned last time that I will put up a meditation. I will put up a meditation video of cord cutting with this COVID thing. So, fear of COVID and fear of death cord cutting, I already put up last month. I think it was last month. But I wanted to put up a video where you can actually cut your cords with this plandemic, not pandemic, plandemic. So, if anybody out there in the world is planning this, how can we ensure that they are not successful in it? पर क्या करूं, टाइम ही नहीं मिल रहा है. So मैं रोज सोचती हूँ करूंगी. I just shared, it's there in this chat. One sec, I'll share it again. So my house help has run away. So because of that, I am having this issue where I don't get time. Cord cutting with fear. Here. So yes, you can start counting back from 100, but instead of counting, if you just focus on your breath going in and out, or you can start counting how many breaths, because 100 say eventually you'll come back to 0, then again you'll have to go back to 100. Lekin by the time you come back to 0, you should actually have dozed off. I just shared the link. Okay, so I will, as soon as possible, I will come back. There are a lot of videos that I want to do with y'all. I want to do art therapy. That is to strengthen your root chakra, basically. That is what was on my mind. I want to do doodling, again, to strengthen your root chakra. I want to do this meditation. So all these 3, 4. Okay, I haven't seen that. So all these 3, 4 videos, I will come back as soon as I can. Meanwhile, please do what Dr. Yogesh has asked you to do. And yes, that is exactly why I was asking about painting and watercolors and brush pen, or the fiber tip pen for doodling pen and all that. If you all have that, very good. Nahi hai, to red color ready रखना, वो कोई भी red color हो. अगर नहीं मिलता है रेड कलर, अगर दुकान नहीं है, if you don't have watercolor, if you don't have acrylic color, fabric color, you know what you can do? Yes, wo that eclipse video is also pending. I'll try and do it tomorrow. Take beetroot, you can dip your finger in it and do it. So that is red color. So you can use that red color. Yes, red color pen will do, but I had I had in mind that you use a red brush pen to, I'll show you what I mean. Wait, hold on. So what I meant was something like this. So when you have a brush pen or crayon, a red color one, you first draw the diagram. The diagram, I'm going to ask you to draw something like this in this format, because these are the symbols for abundance and good health. So I'm going to ask you to do that, but in this manner, where you draw a circle, inside that you draw a symbol, and you color here inside and here red color, and the others, this circle here and this that you make, that will be with red, with black pen, or you can use dark blue pen, but black actually looks better. So thank you, I'm glad. Keep doing that water meditation also. So yes, the lunar eclipse. So I'll come back soon. Before the eclipse, I want to do this, and I want to do the watercolor meditation. It's not meditation, it's just having some fun which makes your root chakra stronger. That's what it is. If you want, I will tell you, you can try it whenever I come video pe, to wo alag baat hai, but you can still try it. What you can do is you can just take some water paint, if you can get water paint, or if not, acrylic paint or poster paint or whatever you have, and you take some deep breath, have a glass of water. Yes, when I do the eclipse video, I will be talking about Sushant also, because obviously it will affect his case. So let's see what will happen. So what you're going to do is you're going to take 7 deep breaths, you're going to drink a glass of water, and you're going to dip your left hand, first finger, into that paint, and on any paper, basically any paper, it could be even be an old newspaper, you will draw anti-clockwise circles. You will keep on drawing, dip the finger, keep on drawing, red color only. Dip the finger, keep on drawing, dip the finger, keep on drawing. when you feel at peace, if you want, you can close your eyes and do it till all that anxiety, fear, insecurity, feeling of being in a mess, feeling of being lost, feeling of sadness, feeling all those negative feelings, till you feel better. After that, you dip your finger on, you can take another piece of paper, you can do it on the same paper. You start making clockwise circles. Start making clockwise circles. Dip, make. As long as you want. It can be 5 minutes, it can be 50 minutes. If nothing, when I used to, when I feel, any negative emotion or something, if ever, or I feel that my chakra is blocked, I do it with my finger. But sometimes if it, like how the Spiti Valley makes me feel, so I want to put my hand in that paint and, just you can do it on your walls, red color. सिंदूर ले सकते हो अगर वाटर पेंट नहीं है तो, पानी में मिक्स करके सिंदूर से बना लो. So anything, as long as it's red. Beetroot juice, carrot juice, mix beetroot and carrot juice. Once you do that, one day you can do red, next day you will do orange, next day you will do yellow. You can continue to all the colors of the chakras. If not, continue to do red at least 3 days, or which Spiti Valley, I said. Yeah. So as I said, that on 13th and 14th of, that is tomorrow and day after, are 2 days when unfortunately I feel a lot of people are going to die, and especially some of them are going to be related to the films, the media, the television, the mainstream media, maybe some journalists, maybe some TV artists. So yes, he can also be part of it, because eclipse is going to be in Taurus, where there is Venus along with Mercury, and Mercury is going retrograde on 14th. And at that point, on 14th is the shadow period, but basically on 23rd, I think. So I feel this is what is going to happen. And also it is Taurus is the ascendant or the lagna of India. So it's going to happen specifically in India. India is going to be deeply affected. So a lot of people, unfortunately, are going to die, especially in the Rahu is in Taurus. So that is the east. So in the west. So more of Mumbai, Maharashtra, Gujarat, this side. Okay, welcome. Too late. 1 घंटे का 1.5 घंटा हो गया. Good night. Take care. Smile. Bye. Smile before you go to sleep today. But accept your negative feelings and then smile at your own self for feeling all that. FEAR. What did doctor say? Remember it. Bye.